Judges is the age of God's reign, and Kings is the age of man's reign. Both are about 400 years old. The book of Judges records more than a dozen judges, most of them are good, only a few are not safe at the end of the day, who were temporarily ordered, by God, to defeat the invading enemy. When the war is over, the flags and drums will be silenced, and the people will be able to live and work in peace and contentment. The Book of Kings records nearly 40 kings, from the northern and southern countries, and most of them are bad kings. Only the southern kingdom of Judah has a few good kings. Really happy, the people suffer, death, the people suffer. The 12 tribes of Israel in the time of the judges were grouped together and not easy to mess with. During the period of the kings, there were invading enemies outside, and there were north-south struggles inside. Everyone took advantage of Israel and bullied it. In the end, they fell one after another, and the country was destroyed and taken into captivity. If you say you need to wash your hands after reading Judges, then you need to take a bath after reading Kings. If the book of Judges is occasionally disgusting, then the book of Kings has too many scandals. The book of Judges is the beginning of the fall of the Israelites, and the book of Kings is the fall of the Israelites into the abyss, from which they will never return. Between Judges and Kings is the book of Samuel, which deals with Saul and David, the first two kings of the United Kingdom of Israel. First of all, Saul was a failure, and what he continued was the theme of the failure of Judges: obedience to God's commandments, jealousy of talents, and pursuit of David. David was after God's heart. He stood alone and stood up to the highest peak after the book of Joshua. But it was difficult to do it alone, and even his own son, supposedly also a prospective successor, Absalom, rebelled ahead of time, forcing him to be exiled again. And the reason why Absalom dared to rise up, and responded like a cloud, was that David took the wife of his beloved general and killed him first with a knife. After Joab, David's commander-in-chief, killed Absalom, and soon after David returned to the capital, Jerusalem, the Benjaminites gathered together to revolt again, and there was still a strong response. After suppressing Sheba and executing the descendants of Saul, David thought of counting the people in order to revive the army, but he offended Jehovah and sent a plague, killing 70,000 people. Before he passed away, his son Adonijah fought for the throne again and fought against each other. Therefore, the peak reached by David alone cannot be compared with the peak of all the Israelites who are united and invincible in the book of Joshua.